Hey, can you get your dog, please, sir?
Get dog. It don't bite. Yes, it don't.
Larry catches the biggest bass.
All right, guys, this is spot number one. Today we are doing some creek/river fishing. I'm excited for this. I've never been back here when it's cold out, and that's kind of the reason why I'm so excited for it today. It's because normally when I'm back here, there are more mosquitoes than you can count. Like, anybody that comes back here, you got about 5 minutes before you're just lit up to the point where you're like, I haven't caught anything, it's not worth it. So got a whole bunch of time. Like, there's another creek that goes this way. We can go down this way and fish, or we can, fish back this way. So got a whole lot of possibilities. Also, I tied leaders on all my spinning rods last night. That's a new thing for me this year. I'm gonna start fishing with leaders. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Hey, that was a bite. First cast. So this is the same creek system. Maybe 2 years ago, I promise you, there's like a little waterfall area. We'll get to it later. But I promise you guys, I caught a smallmouth out of it. And it was a big one. It was probably about 2-3 pounds, but I lost it at the bank. I know it probably wasn't a smallmouth, but I'm still hopeful. Like, I saw it and the fish was brown. It wasn't a largemouth. And it wasn't like a spotted bass. The fish was brown and huge. And like, I fought it for a while and it came up to the bank and I just lost it. And I know the chances of that being true are very low, slim to none. But I promise you, that's what keeps me coming out here, is just the fact that when I get up there, I know there's always that possibility I can confirm what I think I saw. I'm 87% sure that it was a smallmouth, and it was a big one. Oh, I was getting hit. There we go. Switched over to the crawl. So I started with the little general because I wasn't sure if the appendages on the crawl will have a little bit more movement than that general will in the water. And I wasn't sure if that would be the move, with cold water. Still early in the morning, I figured something more subtle might work better, but definitely felt like a little panfish. I don't think it was a bass. One thing I might need to do is go to a heavier head. With the current that's in here, I don't think this one's gonna get all the way to the bottom. All right, we're moving. We got a lot of creek to fish. We were getting nibbles here, but I'm not going for nibbles. I'm going for fish. I need to sit here for a second and regroup, because we are fishless to this point. Also, we got a wind knot before I walk down anymore, because the next spot's the spot I was telling y'all about where the smallmouth came from. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this knot out and retie. All right, heavier head, same bait, no wind knot. See if we can get a different result than what we've been having. Get back.
Alright, she's never had a string.
Stop. Get back.
Storm.
Hey.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Here, I'm gonna walk. If you'll stay right there, get back. Get. Okay.
My house right here.
Okay. Hey, can you get your dog, please, sir?
He doesn't want to play.
No, you're fine, man. Get back. Get back. All right, so let me start off with this. My dad has a cane corso. So if you know anything about that, that's like the epitome of dogs. But I'm walking down this trail, I see this like huge dog. They're not huge, but you know, you just saw it. And he's just kind of standing there. He's not, you know, no tail wag. I'm not getting a good vibe from him, anything. This dude's just walking behind him, doesn't say anything. And I don't trust, oh, he's friendly. That's like if somebody hands you a gun and tells you, oh, the gun's not loaded. Like, I'm a dog person, I like dogs, but I'm not gonna get ate by somebody's dog that, and like, you can't do anything about it. You can't move fast enough. I'm gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna go down here and peacefully catch one of these smallmouth. Like, I don't know what that dog's intentions are. I don't know your dog. Your dog don't know me. There we go, got one. Feels like a good one. I don't know how I'm gonna land them either. I haven't seen them yet. I think it's definitely a good one. All right, guys, first fish on the Little General. I'm pretty sure this is some type of red eye. Look how he ate that. I'm not as up to date as I should be on my bass species, but I mean, this one choked it and the hook just popped right out. So awesome, we're gonna go ahead and let him go. I mean, I'm not gonna say this looks like a smallmouth because it doesn't. I should be a lot better at my Alabama bass identification, but all I know is that this one's pretty, and we're gonna say that this is a red eye bass, and it's about a pounder, which is a good one. So awesome, let's go. First one, baby, first one. I knew when we got up here, they'd be up here. The one that I caught out of here last time was 3 times the size of this one, maybe 4. So great fight. They live in that current, so like any fish that you catch out of current, I didn't see them until I was getting ready to flip them up onto the bank. I know the audio is probably not the greatest down there, so I apologize for that, but if that's where the fish are at, that's where we're gonna fish. All right, let's go see if we can catch some more, because I know for a fact there's more in there. There's no way that's the only one. We got 2 spinning rods. We're fishing small bodies of water today. The first clip you saw, we've already caught 1 fish. So we're gonna try a different lake, different pond. So far, we've caught 1 really cool fish. We've been attacked by a vicious animal. No, I'm just kidding. We might even go down here and try this. It's supposed to rain, so I came to I think I might have fished this place like once or twice, but I came to a new spot. Want to try and see if maybe I could, you know, pull something off of a new body of water, somewhere where I'm not super familiar with. Something new for y'all to see. I think we're in that time of year where it's just like you can really, you know, have good days on a little small bait. Also, I went out a couple days ago and tried to film like a part 2 to this video, and I went to 2 different spots in the Cahaba, a creek that's close to the house, and I waded through it a little bit. And guys, I spent, shoot, probably 7-8 hours out on the water and didn't catch a single fish. I can see my lure over there. Whenever the spawn starts, this little area is probably money. Not even the spawn, just like warmer weather in general. Probably catch some over here. And then it's super clear too. One of those places you gotta put in the notes. All right, let's bounce around. Let's see. We're gonna stay towards like the wind-blown side. Probably gonna bounce around to some different ponds today, just to make sure I'm, you know, covering as much good fishable water as I possibly can. When I got my 100,000 subscriber plaque, I sat over there and talked about it. All right, so this spot's pretty similar to spot number 1. Dude, I hate stepping on like wet rocks just because you never know. I'm just gonna walk in the water, be different. I've actually never fished the waterfall. I always fished the creek. I've never fished over here. Alright guys, we were throwing the little general. I'm gonna switch over to a little trooper, the cross style bait. I know the audio was horrible at the waterfall, but I did have one little nibble over there. Alright guys, we are back at spot number 1. This has been like a 4-day thing. I've been wading a creek. This is the only spot I haven't fished. I've waded a creek. I fished the Cahaba, a few different spots on the Cahaba. You saw what I did yesterday. Day 1 or day 2 didn't make it. This is a spot where we had the dog encounter. So hopefully that dog isn't down here anymore. We parked in a different spot today. We're just gonna fish up here. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time up here because I got a couple bites up here at this waterfall. We had some rain come through last night, not a lot. It's a little bit colder today, a little bit different conditions. I'm not sure, like I just picked a horrible time of year to be trying to do this type of stuff, which I'm sure there's some truth to that. But yeah, I'm gonna try this. We might go back to where we were at yesterday because I did have a couple bites over there. Yeah, I'd like to keep this as small of water as I can possibly get it, but I mean, I feel like this time of year, you just kind of run into fish in spurts, so there's no guarantees. There we go, got one. Hey, that's another one like the first one, boys. Just kind of letting it sit. Come here. Oh no, it's a spot. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that one, boys. I believe that is it's a bass. No, it's just a largemouth. It's a little largemouth bass down there hanging out. I was letting it sit, you know, kind of bouncing off the bottom. I know the audio right here is absolutely terrible. I would have walked him over there, but I don't want to. It'll take time to get over there and everything to get the good audio. Not that big of a fish. Awesome. See you guys. Awesome. Let's go. I knew there would be another one somewhere in here. Where's the good? I should have released him right here and I can just come back and catch him whenever I want to. I'm gonna walk him over here. It's a little bit deeper. Awesome. Cool. All right, so what y'all haven't seen is all the different colors that I've thrown. This is like a little peanut butter and jelly Ned rig right here, but I've thrown that chartreuse copper, the goby color, and I've thrown one more, like a kind of more natural looking craw. Haven't had any bites, but my strategy this time was I was going to start, you know, incrementally casting, because it seems like when you catch one, that area will kind of go dead, if you will, for a while. So I didn't want to, you know, catch one out of the middle and then kind of kill the whole thing. I said I was going to make 5 casts here, make 5 there, make 5 there, and that kind of worked. When I got into the middle area here, I caught one. Now the real test is going to be if I can catch another one. What's really crazy is how strong these fish are. Like, these fish fight like, you know, that fish in a pond would have felt like a 3-pounder on this spinning rod. There's another one. Oh, don't forget. Probably be smart to tighten up the drag a little bit. Oh, that's a good little largemouth. Perfect hook set, top of the mouth. Awesome, boys. Look at that. Fish number 2, starting to put together a little day. It's a lot better than what it was, I'll tell you that. Awesome. He had it for a minute before I actually set the hook on him because I couldn't really tell if it was current or fish. Look, it looks like you can tell where he bit down on it, like he bent the weed guard on the hook. But that's a lot better one. That's a good long one. Awesome, I will see you later. And you get a better release than the last one. Oh, maybe not. You had a better release, but a worse leaving. Awesome, boys, this is fish number 2. Let's see if we can get another one. I've had a couple bites, but a lot of them, like, they'll just pick it up and drop it really quick. Or the 2 other bites that I had, I kind of, you know, I'd reel to make sure that they were there before I set the hook and like ruin the cast, and I would reel, and then they would just kind of let it go. All right, let's see if we can go back over there and catch another one. All right, guys, I feel like today was ultra successful. I found a guy that like actually really fishes, knows a lot about the creek. He was able to give me a whole bunch of pretty valuable information about it. But man, I feel like we finally had like a decent day for the time of year. It's pretty cold today. From the first day I came out here where it was 70, today it's probably, you know, 49, 50 degrees. Had a pretty decent day. I'm happy with it. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up here because I feel like I'm gonna be beating a dead horse. And if I come back out here, you know, 3 more days, then we'll catch a couple more fish. But here coming up this spring, the goal for this year is to do a whole bunch of exploring because I have a whole bunch of different places like this. So exploring places like this, putting kayaks in them when, you know, the fishing's more optimal. Kayak tournaments, and also just, you know, buying whatever y'all want me to buy and trying it out. And maybe even bringing it to places like this where I'm exploring, not necessarily where I know there's fish at. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all on the next one.
Chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flock, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep when I ain't had shit but my thoughts in the car. I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.